Okay guys, welcome to another Mamemeister 10-minute mashup. This game is called Echoes Plus and it's by a company called Binary Zoo. I think it's actually written by one guy, Chris. Now, I've been playing this game for a couple of days. Now, if you like your sort of twin joystick Robotron 2084 with kind of sparkly visuals, pulsing strobes, very much like Galaxy Wars, or sorry, Geometry Wars, then look no further. So anyway, enough of my waffling, let's just batter in and see what all the fuss is about. Now it's, I've just, when I literally loaded this, it's automatically pre-configured for one of these bad boys, an Xbox controller, and it works absolutely perfectly with that. So let's just batter straight into the default mode. It's Echoes Plus. You've got various modes, but I'm just going to play the original to begin with. So let's get going. Now, as you can see there, it looks quite similar to Geometry Wars. You know, with the same lovely kind of glowing visuals, nice meaty sound effects. I did notice that it was the kind of default volume was turned down very low, so I had to ramp it up a wee bit. Lucky enough, my wife and kid are actually out at the moment, so I'm able to play this on nice loud volume. Now, you'll see here, you control this little blue thing, looks like a bit like a Pac-Man. You'll see here it's got a circle around it. Now that circle actually shows you how much energy you've got left. If you look at the top left of the screen, you'll see energy 85. As that gets, as your energy gets less, the circle gets smaller. So it's actually quite a nice visual guide to let you see just how close you are to dying. Now there are various power-ups which you can probably see. Now I'm not quite sure, you'll see there you've got little kind of, what do you call them, options. I think that's the word we use in shoot 'em up terms. Little green things that follow you. I'm not quite sure what they do. But it's really fluent, I mean it's really super responsive. The one thing I do prefer this over Geometry Wars is it's a bit slower paced. So for old blokes like me whose reactions are rubbish, it means you can last that bit longer. Plus, one of the biggest sort of spoilers for me with Geometry Wars was the constant sort of strobing. You had this grid thing. Now it made it look very pretty, but it also made it quite difficult to actually see what you're supposed to be doing. As you can see here, this completely does away with the grid, so you can quite clearly see what's coming. Yeah, the sound and graphics are pretty spectacular. The one thing I've got to mention, guys, that's fantastic about games like this game is actually free to download. You can download it, if you like it, you make a donation. You know, you can't get any fairer than that. It's basically shareware at its very best. I was watching a video of Jeff Minter recorded. He did a talk in Google through in the States back in 2009, I think it was. Now basically Jeff was talking about the old shareware. He was saying how, you know, when he released Lamatron, it literally was proper shareware. The shareware that you get nowadays isn't true shareware, it's more or less crippleware. I'm going to turn this down just a tad, hang on a wee second. Oops, that'll be the smart bomb. Oops, turn it down just a wee. In fact, I think I can actually go into the options here. Fiddle with options, here we go. I'll turn that down just a wee bit so you can hear me talking. Yeah, Jeff mentioned how, you know, that what's touted as shareware nowadays isn't really shareware. You basically get a crippled version of a piece of software, and but to make full use of it, you've got to buy it. But Lamatron, along games like, you know, this, it's pure, it is shareware. You're getting the full experience. you know, you can play it and then you basically just donate whatever you want, so you know, you can't get fairer than that. Now I do know that if you go to the website, which I'm going to post a link to down below, they do have other games besides this. I've been lucky enough to actually play a couple of them, which I'm going to feature in some kind of future mashup. But I really like this. One thing you'll notice once I eventually die, I'm not doing too well here because I'm talking. I think it's true, my wife always tells me that I'm not able to do two things at once, and that's absolutely true. If I'm talking, I can't concentrate on what I'm doing, so I was always told that in my report card at school that I couldn't, if I was talking I wasn't working, so yeah. But yeah, what I really do enjoy about this game, till I just die there, is it builds the sort of difficulty up slowly. Now I'll let you see the different options. The main menu. It's all done in a very kind of retro style, which is nice. Now one thing which has just literally been released is, you'll see there at the bottom, it actually has online scoring. You'll see there, incredible, JDog 0853 sets a new record. So it actually has an online score thing, which is brilliant. So yeah, you've got different modes. Echoes is the game I've just been playing. Time attack, what does it say there? Just 3 minutes to score as high as you can. Survivor, just survive as long as you can. Classic, now I quite like this. I had a wee shot of this just before I started recording. Pardon me, I should say. Oh dearie me, I just had a sausage roll, excuse me. Difficulty insane, blah blah blah. Right, let's just stick, I'm distinctly average, so let's stick with the distinctly average and go for asteroids. Oh, and the dogs are kicking off again. What is it with dogs and recording videos? Whoops. Now, what Chris has basically called this is asteroids. You can see there, it pretty much plays like asteroids. Now what I really think's cracking with this particular game is it's using a really retro, old style kind of space war type green screen. This was the kind of screen that the very first computer games came out on, or if you were unlucky enough to own an Amstrad machine, this is the kind of graphics you probably were used to. And I'm only kidding, I do know that the Amstrad had colour screens as well. But yeah, this is a really cool version of Asteroids. I mean, in my waffle, which I made on Friday, or yesterday I should say, I was mentioning how I miss the shoot 'em up genre. The one thing that is interesting, there is a bit of a scene at the moment, well it's been probably going for a wee while, there is a scene in computers whereby there's actually a community of guys who are using old style games like this, but they're bringing them bang up to date for the modern sort of systems. You know, so this is an ancient looking Asteroids type game, completely the original sort of green screen that you would have kind of found in the very early supercomputers where all the boffins and that kind of stuff used. Oof, and it's game over. But yeah, they've done it with such a glorious style, sound, graphics, utilising the two joysticks as well. So this particular version of Asteroids, but it's not Asteroids as such, it uses the left analog stick to move, and you've got your fire button. So anyway, let's jump out of this just now and see what else there is. Game. But the presentation of this is just excellent. So yeah, what else have we got? Classic mode. Battle Snakes of Asteroids. Oh, that sounds interesting. Let's batter on. Ah, so we're back to... Oh, right, yeah, very nice. We're back to the twin stickers. Left to move, right to fire. It's almost like a kind of never-ending boss battles. Oof. Taking an absolute beating here. But honestly, the visuals for this just look spectacular. I don't know how they're coming across on the camera. Unfortunately, I tried to play this using the screen capture software, but it just wasn't having it. For some strange reason, the screen was just showing up as completely blank. So I've had to do this old-fashioned way. Back to my roots, with the pointing the camera at the screen and just recording it. Now you can see there, the further on you get, you've got multipliers which obviously build up the longer you survive. Bloody hell. But as I say, the great thing about these games is, you know, these guys, they're not charging any money, they're leaving it up to you to make your own mind. You know, if you enjoy it by all means, please buy it, you know, give a donation, because at the end of the day, it's what's going to, if you do donate money for things like this, you're going to get more games made, so it's a win-win situation. Right, let's go back to the main menu. So that's Asteroid Belt Meteor Storm, let's go for that one. So you know, there's lots of different versions, different kind of games in the single package. Bloody hell. But it's real Twitch kind of gaming, you know. If you're an RGB Zelda fan, then probably games like this won't float your boat. But if you're anything like me, who loves a good shoot 'em up, then these kind of games are fantastic. Tougher now. Anyway guys, let's stop this. I could play that all day. Let's go back to main menu. But yeah, I really like that aspect, the online scoring. It really, it's a bit like the Game of Old sort of thing, or Games of Old back in arcades, competing for high scores. So yeah, back to Echoes. Let's go for one last game. We'll go for Time Attack, 3 minutes, and let's start. Now I've just noticed there, your energy is at 0, I think, is it? You don't really, is it one hit and it's lights out? I'm thinking it probably is. Or can you actually die? I'm not too sure. Well, I don't want to find out, let's just play it and see. But yeah, the visuals of this game are absolutely superb. And it'd be actually quite nice to stick on some headphones, I think, for the sound. Unless you're lucky enough to be a single bloke in a flat with nobody moaning at you when you turn up the sound. Bloody hell. Oof. Whoops. Oh, what happened there? I was trying to press the smart button. Smart bomb, I should say. Right, I'm guessing that you can't die in this particular level. And it's a question of just as massive as big a score as you can. Some really nice visuals there. I must admit, I mean, my PC it's far from being a new PC. It's probably, I don't know, 6-7 years old. It's not a particularly quick PC. I think it's a dual core enough, but it's not fast in any compared to nowadays. And you can see here, this is running sweet as a peanut. And it's good now. 335,000. Don't know if that's any good or not. Anyway, guys, listen. This is Echoes Plus, and it says it's made by Binary Zoo. I'll stick a link down below. Please do check these guys out. I mean, they've got other games that I've tried and are absolutely fantastic. So go check them out, guys. And as usual, thanks for watching.